my PC, so I really just can't let him have a third.
Well, hopefully they don't, our players don't have to deal with that, because we're about to get started with this match.
Alright, we have a C-spin opener yet again from Curo here. Diao just building up that back-to-back with a C-spin of their own. Ooh.
Curo already immediately at the top of the board looking for the eyepiece, cannot get it in time. Oh, that is not the start you want for the Curo heads in the chat. Looks like Diao just going for the classic C-spin. That is one you do not see very often, but I'm a big fan of it.
Just spamming out those T-spins here, breaking that back-to-back, hoping to find the timing there, and that timing is found with the follow-up, and that's another point for Diao.
Yeah, Curo being not defensive enough, already getting pressured very quickly 2 rounds in a row, and starting the third one with a bunch of misdrops. Looks like Diao isn't pressuring too quickly right now, so they can get out of it, but they do need to be careful to avoid misdrops like those.
Yeah, both players building up that back-to-back, and Curo misdrops there, forcing them to break their back-to-back, and they're greeted with that -11 on the board, and Diao is just continuing with these all-spins, building up this attack, sets it off with a 34 spike, and that is the round with a misdrop on Curo's side to seal it.
Yeah, so far Curo struggling a little bit, is not able to be too aggressive, at the same time struggling with the down stacks. And obviously Diao, if anyone can take advantage, it's that man right there. So they're doing a very impressive job.
Yeah, that's just another quick round there. Looks like another misstack from Curo's. What caused that? And these are some pretty fast rounds in Diao's favor.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just nerves on Curo's end here, because I feel like, given how they did against Vince and Turtle, I would assume they would be playing a lot better, but against Diao, maybe all things go out the window.
We see some LST here from Curo's side, and they misdrop their LST. That's yet another misdrop, and they're struggling to recover from it right now.
Yeah, incorporated some all-spins to fix their stack, but just not enough when you're playing against Diao. Already getting a 6-point lead here. At this rate, it's going to be a very fast sweep. And again, Applejack starting the misdrops. Yeah, it's so difficult for them here. They managed to fix it, but with a single misdrop, it gives your opponent the chance to start building that back-to-back, and Diao's going to take advantage of that every single time.
I'm wondering if this is a little bit of lag on Curo's side, as they were the one who requested to leave and rejoin the lobby.
Yeah, hopefully that's not too... Yeah, hopefully it's not too prominent of an issue, but given the misdrops, it is very possible. Oh, had the eyepiece, but just did not place it fast enough. Absolute showing by Diao, already up 8-0 like it is nothing.
Yeah, Diao setting off the C-spin right here. STSD from Curo, as both players build up this back-to-back.
Yeah, looks like Curo's starting to speed up here. Definitely playing more aggressive, keeping up that back-to-back. Was forced to break it here, but looks like Diao is decently high up. Does have a little bit of cheese to get through, but still trying to maintain their back-to-back in the meantime. At 18 at this point, Curo in a really tough position if they want to be able to survive a spike like this, but Diao sitting at the top, forced to break their back-to-back. Applejack just barely surviving, forced to compromise their stack and not able to get down fast enough.
Yeah, they were able to get through that round without horrible misdrops at the beginning, ending things early. Ooh, speaking of misdrops at the beginning.
Yeah, they had
but
one
Diao
round
was
where
just
they
able
were
to find the back-to-back spike.
Yeah, the back-to-back chain was just too big that last round. Looks like, I mean, Curo's playing well right now too, has a good chain as well. Forced to break it here. Looks like Diao is gonna try and keep theirs up. Ooh, they have to break it as well. They did mess up their stack a little bit there. Gives Kuro the chance to even things out. They do have the back-to-back advantage just for a short moment before they broke it themselves.
Yeah, Kuro has a little bit of a combo there. They're at the bottom of the board. They're trying to stack fast, but Diao has this 11 back-to-back advantage, and ooh, that misdrop J piece at the top is what's going to seal it, but that was still looking rough either way.
Yeah, now it's at match point here. The question is, will Kuro be able to stop the sweep? Because Diao is absolutely showing that they are capable of it right now. But as I say that, I guess I commentary cursed Diao because Kuro did not get swept there. Looks like just some misdrops on Diao's end, and they weren't able to fix it.
Yeah, Diao is a tough player to commentator curse, but you managed to do it right there, and this isn't looking great. Okay, Diao fixes
like...
it, has to break back-to-back, 20 spike, 24.
Yeah, found a nice down stack to make their way down. Now back at the bottom of the board in a really clean position with this 6 back-to-back here. Kuro looks like they're doing alright from themselves, but as I say that, they have to break that back-to-back, and now Diao's just spamming. Theirs already up to 14 here and still going.
Yeah, Kuro trying to, that misdrop there is not going to help them try to break that back-to-back difference, and that's now ticking up to 20, and this is just Diao sitting on a huge spike, ready to set it free at any time.
Yeah, but they're still keeping that back-to-back, still keeping it going. Kuro doing their best to try and find any way out of this situation, but it's going to be tough to do so when your opponent has 37 back-to-back and counting.
Yeah, the minus 40 on the board, when we get there, that's not really looking great for you there, but all you can really do is try. Maybe hope for a misdrop here, but Diao is honestly messing with us here.
Oh my god! No way! Oh my god, that's what you get for trolling there, Diao. You had to...
That's what you get for that. Oh my god.
At some point, you gotta break it. You took a little too long and Kuro took advantage. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, that was kind of beautiful, yeah. That was poetic.
Yeah. Does let Kuro live another day. Obviously, Diao is still at match point. It is still a basically impossible uphill battle to win, but as I say that, Kuro's fighting hard here right now. Diao sitting at the top, trying to find a down stack here.
Yeah, absolutely. Kuro had a good timing there. It kind of caught Diao off guard with that attack, and things are going back to normal, but that was definitely something I would expect to see from a player who's upset so much at this bracket so far.
Yeah, I think they're definitely now in the groove of things. Maybe a little bit too late at this point, but if they can play like this, they might be able to go on a loser's run and bring it back. Obviously, the set is not over, but as I say,
that TP is not helping.
They do manage to live, though, just barely surviving. Very nice down stack to get out of it. And keeping this pressure going nicely, but Diao is starting to build that back-to-back chain again.
Yeah, and that's just going to continue to tick up here. Kuro doing a little bit of plonking here. Trying to go for a spike there, but yeah, Diao mitigates it, and oh no.
Wasn't able to get to that clean well in time, and Diao managed to take the set. It was not a sweep, but still, 11-2 in